and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my almond milk from scratch and also how I turn almond milk into a matcha latte. So if you'd like to see how I made both of these, then just keep on watching. So what you're going to need is some almonds, some vanilla, and I use the powder, and some dates, water, and a jar, and I also use a cup, measuring cup. So what I like to do is I like to wash my almonds, just a cup of almonds, just rinse them out, and then I'll put them in the jar. And then I will just put some water in them, just like that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this in the fridge for a night, like 8 hours or so. It doesn't really matter how long, just overnight. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I will come back and I'll show you the second step in the morning. Okay, so it is the next day and I'm gonna do the next step for the almond milk. So I'm gonna take it out of the fridge. And there is the almonds all soaked. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain out the water. And then I have a blender here. I think this is gonna be enough. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the almonds in the blender. And then I am going to put in 3.5 cups of water. And 3 dates. You can add whatever, like the dates are gonna make it sweeter, so if you want it sweeter then add more dates, or vanilla. If you want more vanilla then add more vanilla. You can really customize this recipe to anything that you like. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. Probably gonna be a lot of vanilla, but I really like vanilla, so I personally use this much. Okay. I'm just gonna give it a stir and then put it on my blender. And I'm gonna blend for at least 1 to 2 minutes on high. So I have a Vitamix and mine has a high setting, so I'm able to blend it with ease. I'm not sure if the other one, like any other blender, is gonna work this way, but it should. I just haven't tried it yet because I have this blender. So I'm gonna put it on 10 and then I'm gonna switch the high turbo button. So we're gonna do that. And if you have a really powerful blender, do it slowly. Don't do it like just on high, because you want to like slowly get the almonds up, because they're all the almonds at the bottom, and then you're going to blend it. So crush them up for a bit and then turn it up. So I'm just going to check on it right now. I think it's done. So what I like to do is I like to use these kombucha containers or any glass container to store it in the fridge, because you're gonna put it in the fridge. So what you can do if you want, I personally don't like to, but you can strain out the chunks of the almonds and stuff like that. It'll give you like a more clear milk. But what I like to do is I just like to have the chunks in there. So I'm going to pour it in here. Okay, so that is the homemade almond milk. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to show you one way and how I would use this. So I don't know about you guys, but I love matcha lattes. And you know, you're going to go to a Starbucks and first of all the matcha is full of sugar and then the milk is sweetened, so it's kind of like a lose-lose, if you know what I mean. So what I like to do is I will show you guys how I make my matcha lattes. So I'm just going to rinse out the blender and I'm just going to use the same blender. My battery is low, so I really hope that it will be fine. I left my battery on overnight, of course. So now I'm going to show you how to make my matcha lattes. So I'm going to take the almond milk and I'm going to do 1.5 cups of that and put it in my blender. And if you don't have a Vitamix, so my Vitamix is like it can heat up liquids. So if you don't have one, then you can either steam the milk or warm up the milk, but if you like to get hot milk. So I put 1 cup. And 1/2, and then I'm going to put 1/2 of water in. So I'm just going to put 1/2 cup of water, just to water it down because it is a little bit thicker. And then another. And if you did strain out the chunks, you probably wouldn't need to do this or add the water because it would be a lot thinner. So then and also if you didn't add any dates or vanilla to your almond milk and you just had almonds and water, then you would add like some dates and vanilla to the latte. So I'm just going to do a couple shakes of salt. I'm going to do a tablespoon of matcha. And then 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then you're gonna blend on high till it's warm. So my Vitamix doesn't have like the warm setting, so it's like the older one. But if you have the newer one, you set it to the hot and then it will stop automatically. But I'd have to put it on and then feel the blender and do a little bit of trial and error. So we'll start it off. So it's been like 4 minutes. I'm just gonna check it. So it is steaming hot, if you can see that. So I think it's ready now. I will pour it into my to-go cup because I'm going to do a charity event for my makeup stuff with my friends. So I'm gonna go on the go. So I'll pour it in. And there we go. It's gonna be hot, so I'll try it out. Just bear with me. I might burn myself. And you can either warm it up even more if you like it really hot. But it's good, very good. It's very simple. And you can add more like sweetener if you want, because it's kind of not that sweet, but if you want to add sweetener or more dates, then do so, because you can really customize it to whatever you want. It's just really the milk and the matcha, and you can add anything whatever you want, you can add. So, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you guys in my next video.